Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the mental exercise for the older generation. So, I have a few videos I want to share with them today. It's no worksheets or anything like that, and kind of have like a real good conversation and some tips today for the mental exercise for the older generation. We'll be back on here Thursday at 9:30 a.m. So, I'm gonna go ahead and start the videos. Enjoy.
Three easy memory games for seniors. Surveys of seniors have shown that at least 3 in 5 seniors are concerned about memory loss or loss of mental capacity. Yet, aging doesn't have to mean losing memory. In fact, many seniors manage to get smarter and have better memories as they age. Most senators and many past presidents are over the age of 50. Many CEOs of Fortune 500 companies are over the age of 50 or 60. It's not age or the passing of time that causes memory loss. It's when the brain ceases to be used that it starts to atrophy. One way to prevent memory loss and improve your memory is to challenge your mind and memory every single day. Here are 3 simple and easy memory games to help keep your mind active and your brain healthy. 1. The matching cards game. Take a deck of cards and remove all diamonds and clubs. Then remove all the face cards. In the remaining deck are 20 cards, from ace to 10, in just hearts and spades. Shuffle these cards and place them face down. Flip 2 cards over at a time and try to match the cards. Anytime you match 2 cards, remove them from the table. Try to clear the table in as few turns as possible. 2. The Remember Later game. Sometime during the day, pick something to remember. For example, you might walk down the hall and tell yourself to remember that 12 plus 12 is 24. The next day, ask yourself, what was the thing you wanted to remember? Try to play this memory game with different things, like tasks, events, people's behaviors, or phrases. 3. The Word Association game. This game stretches your memories of words and concepts. It requires at least 2 people to play, but can be played with as many as 4 to 6. Pick a category of words, such as foods or people. One person starts with a word. The next person has to say a word where the first letter is the last letter of the previous word. For example, if the category is food and someone says apple, the next person might say egg. Then someone might say grape. These games can all help you keep your memory sharp. Choose a game that you find both fun and challenging. Try to play a memory game every day. If you keep your mind active, you'll find that as you age, your mental prowess will grow stronger rather than weaker. One easy way you can get in the habit of playing memory games is to leverage the power of software. There are many great memory game software that you can download, each designed to be both fun to play and challenging to the mind.
All right, next one. No, this ain't the next video. It's a commercial.
All you doing is walking. I always say if you
toe taps to the left. One arm out. One arm out. Both arms. Both arms. Good. Good. That tap out again. Do that tap out again. One arm out. One arm out. Both. One arm out, here we go. One arm out, here we go. Now ready? Alright.
The skies will be blue from
Elbows hit, elbows.
how they toss the dice. It had to be the only one for me is you and you for me. So happy together.
Figure out a time. Here we go. Let's go back. Scarlet. Woo. Fingers backwards. Scarlet.
Me and you and you and me. No matter how they toss the dice, it had to be the only one for me is you and you for me. So happy together.
Now both fingers go out. Oh, back bend. Yeah, big high. One more time.
No matter how they toss the dice, it had to be the only one for me is you and you for me. So happy together.
Now lift up a leg.
Happy together.
Really happy.
How is the weather?
Okay, now ready? Tap out. Ready? One.
Happy together.
One arm.
We're happy together.
Both arms.
So happy together.
Okay, now put that tree. Ready? Let's go down together. Let's go down together. We made it! All right, Shavasana time, 10 minutes. Are we all ready? Are we all ready? Woo!
Alright everybody, that was a couple of videos I wanted to share with you this morning on the mental exercise. I'm in the room today because everybody up and I had to find a designated place so you can physically hear me, like literally can hear what I have to say this morning. I'm not going to be very long. I'm a little upset because I had to transfer from one room to the next, but I'm going to say what I have to say and get off the platform. So the exercise you seen was, the first video was memory exercising. It was like 3 minutes and 58 seconds. The next one is showing the sack bag exercise, and then the other one was like a yoga, but you were doing a position in your chairs. With the older generation, keeping their mind, keeping them going is like, it's very fundamental to them, like reading a story to them or putting on a favorite song for them, clapping, patting your feet, puzzles, crossword puzzles, word searches, certain movies. You keep them going. Some may like to sew, some may like to knit, what else? Some may like to do puzzles in terms of not just the writing ones but the ones on the table. Some may like to draw, some may like to use coloring books to color nice little pictures, some may want to design stencils, some may like to make jewelry, some may like to make sweaters, jackets, coats, things like that, to keep themselves motivated. Some may like to walk, some may like to ride their bicycle if they're able to, and some just need attention. And this is where the mental exercise comes in. Check in with yourself, older generation, because you need to be known. You need to know that you're loved. You need to know that you're appreciated. You need to know that people out here care. And this is what On Time Ministry is embedding into the older generation as well. So we done went for the women, men. We'll be talking about the men concept in November, but we've been focusing on women, children, young adults, you name it. We're hitting all platforms. Now we're in an older generational stage, and I talk about it periodically, but we're going down that line in this ministry where we really have to really be concerned about our elderly, because this mental health and illness is so high, and it has to be talked about. If you have elderly neighbors and whatnot, check in on them and make sure they're okay. They may need something, because a lot of times they don't want to speak up. a lot of times they can't because they're not able to. They may not have the resources or the ability to handle situations. By all means, check on them, make sure they're good. Knock on their door, check on them check on them a few times a week. Make sure they need food, or they need their medicine. Do they need to have somebody to talk to? Do they need somebody to just listen to them? They love somebody to be there and give them love and caring and compassion and empathy in their times. And you know, it may be an hour, maybe 2 hours, it may be a whole entire day. As long as you do that, and you know, a lot of times we have to think about our elderly. It's like when certain things are out, like a state of emergencies or hurricane or a crisis going on in the community, or just something going on in general, they need that. If they need to use the phone to call their grandkids or their daughters or sons or whoever they meet, or even a friend. Some seniors may not have phones, so they can reach out to call anybody. They may not know how to write anymore. They may need somebody to write a letter for them or help get their bills paid. We have to think about our elderly, like they're struggling. Some may not had no food in their house. Nobody knows because they have no resources to reach out, and they're so afraid to open up. This is where you say, hey, I'm going to stand up and be an advocate. I'm going to stand up and take a stand and do that. And I do the best I can when I see older generation out there. And I was always taught that as a young child to just take care of the elderly, respect them, say yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, and listen to them. And just be patient with them. Like a lot of times they have this, listen. We have to push that aside a lot of times. And kind of think, hey, we have to show them respect. We have to respect them. Okay? Most gonna build different about it, but at the end of the day, I was taught to respect my elders. Don't talk back. Don't say anything that gonna hinder you. None of that stuff. Respect them. Respect them and love them. So that's today's message for the mental exercise. That's today's message for the mental exercise today, everybody. To love the older generation. Show love, compassion. Let them have fun. Engage with them. Learn about them. Know about them. Understand them. Be very vigilant to what their needs and wants are. It may not be anything big. It may be something really small that can be missed a lot of times. And we have to really think outside the box on that. Something you may have never thought of or something you have never experienced. It's eye-opener, ladies and gentlemen. It's very much eye-opener. Because we say, hey, maybe they needed that cup of coffee. Maybe they needed that muffin. Maybe they needed a big breakfast or a lunch or dinner or something. Or maybe I should just feed them for a whole month. Or maybe just come in, drop periodically, and just sit with them and just listen to them. Play games with them, talk with them, have fun with them. Just spend time with them. You can learn a lot by sitting and learning so much about the older generation and how they were brought up and how they were taught these different values. It's amazing what you can learn and find out. Okay? Alright, everybody, that's my time. My name is Remarkable. Have an amazing and a blessed Tuesday. I love you all. Take care of yourself, and I will see you back here tomorrow, everybody. A special episode of the Bible study session. The choices that you make. This will be a part 1 for this month, and part 2 will be next month. Okay? So just make sure you tune in at 7:30 p.m. I believe it's only a 30-minute Bible study because I have another Zoom call I have to do at 8 p.m. Wednesday. And then Thursday, we're back with the mental exercise at 9:30. And then Saturday, make sure you tune in because we're going to start the mental exercise. We're going to have a heart-to-heart conversation about our youth and how all this plays in about their mental health and their mental illness and their mental exercise and how they're doing. Okay? I love you all. Have an amazing and blessed Tuesday. Take care.